Victoria? I'm just doing a mic check right now. You can listen to me.
Okay. We can hear you well.
Okay, thank you.
Paired.
So, colleagues and friends, we are coming up to the hour, but I can see there is quite a few people connecting to today's workshop. So I suggest we just give them a few more minutes, and then we will begin our workshop for today. Okay, colleagues and friends, I think we're just 3 minutes past the hour, and I have to excuse myself. I have a bit of a cold, so my voice might sound a little bit rusty, so apologies for that. But ladies and gentlemen, friends and colleagues from around the world, thank you for joining us again, this time for workshop number 8, which we have labeled under the working title From Vision to Victory. And we are really, really pleased, and we are very happy and thrilled to have you with us here today. And I would also like to allow me to emphasize again that your involvement, your continued involvement is priceless. It's really, really crucial to continue our successful growth of the WPC community. And I would like to applaud you and thank you for all the work that has been done on your side up until this point in time. And again, without you, we cannot do it. So please continue, please push, and please keep working hard on all the good things that you are doing in your respective countries. So the purpose of today's webinar is basically to provide you and empowering you with strategies and insights to ensure that your tournaments are not just a success, but also a real impact. So key highlights today here would be that we would give you a brief overview of the WPC membership, and we'll explore our key goals and the milestones and also the overall progress. Where are we on the WPC community? Second topic that will be addressed today is the WPC tournaments. And you will hear real, live, true success stories and learn valuable lessons from previous events. And then last but not least, we will have a topic that covers the social media. And here you will also be given some insights and tips, tricks of the trade, best practices for compelling content and effectively manage your tournaments and the online presence of the same. Like always, we would greatly appreciate and encourage you to ask questions, engage in the conversations, in the Q&A sessions that will take place towards the end of this presentation. But please, again, also keep your questions within today's topic, because we basically have a little less than an hour to go through the different topics. So any questions above and beyond and outside today's topic are, as always, very welcome, but please address them on our email address, which is join@worldphygital.org, join@worldphygital.org, and then we will for sure get back to you with answers to whatever the question you might have in terms of that. So without further ado, I would then like to hand over to our colleague Pablo, who will take us through today's topics. So Pablo, without any delay now, I would like to hand the floor to you, please.
Thank you very much, Nies. I appreciate this, and I'm very pleased and very honored to be leading the workshop today. I'll be walking you through the presentation, so please hold your questions for the end of the presentation, because we will having the Q&A sessions at the end. I would like to begin by sharing with everybody the updated map. This is a map that you can find in our official website, worldphygital.org. We've experienced a significant growth since the middle of July that we opened the application and registration process. This is very important for us, because it's been a proof of our success in bringing Phygital sports and the Phygital movement worldwide. Currently, we have 93 members from 87 countries. It is very important to emphasize the active participation of the members in the promotion of Phygital in your countries, in the event organization, in the tournament organizations. This is very important for you to secure your spot and secure your membership within the organization. And they would give the opportunity not only for the organizations to compete in the international level, but they will give the opportunity for your local clubs and your local players to showcase their talent in the international stage, especially in our main event, which is the Games of the Future. Next slide, please, Victoria. Thank you. This is the timetable. We are very used to it. Right now, we are on the phase of the organization of the national tournaments, which began on December the 1st and is going to finish on January 30th. Please take this under consideration because next we're moving to the next stage. That is the publication of the WPC ranking. This is very strict for us, this timetable. Remember, for those who didn't have the chance to organize their events for this season, that on April we will start the application for submission for the new season for the Games of the Future 2026. Next slide. Our competition pyramid, I'm going to emphasize in some information here that we already shared with you about the new nomenclature, the new names that we're giving to the tournaments. For example, the in-country regional qualifiers, we're going to call them Goth Minor. The national tournament, we're going to call them from now on the Goth Major. We're hosting the Goth qualifiers in April and September 2025, and the main event, the Games of the Future, in UAE next November 2025. Some information that already that were completed, the in-country regionals or the Goth Minors. A total of 84 tournaments were held in 4 countries: Uzbekistan, Russia, Cameroon, and Serbia. Approximately 658 teams participated all across in the in-country regional qualifiers or the Goth Minors. Ongoing, we have 164 total applications in the 4 Phygital disciplines. 66 members from 60 countries applied to hold the Goth majors in their countries. And already were held 12 majors in Armenia, Cameroon, Oman, Russia, Serbia, and Uzbekistan. The stages, stage 1, which was completed, is the application for the tournament. The deadline was November 15. This stage is already completed. Now we're ongoing in the second stage on the confirmation of the tournament plans. If there is any date changes, venue changes, you can contact directly to our competition department through the email competition@worlddigital.org. The stage number 3 is organizing the tournament, complying with the WPC requirements. You do have the WPC rule books. If you need the rule book to be handled to you, please ask for it in the email that I already mentioned, competition@worlddigital.org, so you can have a clear picture of all the requirements that need to be fulfilled in order to your majors to be approved and your majors can gain ranking points. The stage 4, the reporting. This is a strict deadline, and this is very, very important for you to have a clear picture of it. There's a deadline, a submission deadline. After your major has finalized, you have a 3 business days gap, so you can present this final report. Missing deadline, you have to have clear, this is important, that missing the deadline could impact the tournament's ranking of your organization and your teams. The stage 5, which is the ranking, like I mentioned before, we're gonna make it public on February 10th, 2025, so you can have all the information about the ranking and who's making on the next level on the international stage. Next slide, please. This is a summary. I'm not gonna spend too much time in this. This is like a summary of the rules that you need to take under consideration in order to hold your tournaments, your majors. Either you hold the physical football, physical basketball, shooter, and dancing. These are the key rules that you need to take under consideration in order to hold a proper major in your countries. We're gonna share this memo in our official Telegram um, channel in order to you to have it at hand at any time, and you can check it anytime at your convenience. What else is important besides the competition itself is the content. You have to know that it is very important the content that you share in your social media and the report that you share with us in order to gain points in the ranking system. For example, the key content requirements is that the material should be high resolution. Always tag the official Games to the Future account and use the branded hashtags. Don't forget to use these branded hashtags. They're official, and we can have like we can have control of how you're doing in your social media. The winning team's name, logo, and photo. In which category you're playing, if it is a major or a minor. The discipline, if it is basketball, football, dancing, shooter, and it is very important that you capture photos and videos during the tournament for promotion. Regarding the templates, you can find the official templates in your personal WPC account. Um, we will make sure that you have editable templates so you can use it at your convenience in the promotion of your majors in your social media, so we can have like a very uniform image, all the majors that are being organized worldwide. These are the accounts, so you can tag them, the official Games of the Future accounts. We have a presence in Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Please don't forget to tag these official accounts. It is very important for the promotional side, for people, for the players, for the teams, for the spectators that are visiting your social media. They can have a clear picture of which are the official Games of the Future accounts that they can visit, that they can have official information as well. About the ranking points, there are some ways that you can earn some extra points. For example, you can earn 10 points if the club that is participating in your major, they have more than 30,000 followers in their social media. If the clubs that are competing in your majors, they have one player or several players that have more than 15,000 followers in their social media, you can earn 8 points if you broadcast your event, at least the final match in any of the platforms. It could be Facebook, it could be YouTube, or even TikTok. You can earn 5 extra points if you follow the WPC branding requirements, if the tournament has at least 300 spectators, if you post 15 photos on the club's social media, and if you share 1 to 3 minutes of highlight videos of the competition day in any platform that you prefer. Don't forget, please, to always tag and use the official hashtags of the Games of the Future. Some recommendations: you can use a combo logo of the local organization with the logo of the World Phygital community. Some don't. You don't place the WPC logos next to commercial logos. You don't use WPC mid symbols in cartoon formats without any permission. You don't use WPC symbols in political, religious, or social content, and you don't use symbols in company names without our consent. Please, if you have any question, don't hesitate to contact our marketing department um, through the email marketing@worldphygital.org. I would like to share with you, with everybody worldwide, some successful case studies, some organization that already held minors and majors that we can share with you guys, and you can have like a clear picture and some success examples worldwide. For example, Oman, they organized their Phygital football major. This is they made history because this is the first major tournament major that were held worldwide. They even broadcast their events. Uzbekistan, for example, they organized football, basketball, and dancing minors. They were the largest minors competitions that were held so far. And they're the second country that officially registered Phygital as a sport, and they have a very strong support from the government. Cameroon, for example, they deliver top-tier media, photo and video content in the social media. It was very clear, and it was a very good content, very good quality. The reporting, they really pay attention to all the details, and they strictly comply to all the rules and formats that WPC requires. These are some examples on social media that you can even check. Here are the links that you can check. This presentation is going to be shared with you, everybody, so you can check it after this workshop, and you can have like the links that you can visit, and you can have the clear examples of successful case studies. We have the activities of Cameroon. We have the activities in Oman, and some content that were shared in Armenia social media as well. Right now, I would like to present to you somebody that is going to give us some details regarding the organization of their tournaments in his country. Franklin Funderson, which is our WPC member from Cameroon, he's going to share the valuable experience in holding his major in Cameroon, and he's going to walk us through the idea, all the details that they took, under consideration in order to hold a very successful major in Cameroon. Please, Mr. Franklin, I'll pass the word to you.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, Franklin, we can hear you very well.
Okay. Thank you very much for this opportunity. So we're just from organizing our national tournament of basketball, and it's an honor for me to take this couple of minutes to talk about it. A few questions that were sent to me, or the major points that were sent to me to talk about today, were what you find on the screen here today, how we managed to get the teams together. So we used online and offline flyers where we were constantly communicating on our various social media platforms to get people registered for the various disciplines. We also leverage local basketball clubs and game houses to recruit and encourage people to get together to form a team of both basketballers and NBA 2K players. We also outrightly invited a couple of basketball academies to also take part. And we equally went to high schools and universities where we also recruited some of the players. And in some of the cases, we actually organized the regional tournaments in the universities. In terms of funding, since it's a new project, we actually started with the lowest hanging fruit, which was family and friends, pitching the project to them. They are the first line of support. And from there, we could build on other support. We could have proof of activity, because with the support from family and friends and local businesses, small businesses, we were able to get some funding, and then we managed to do the regional qualifiers, which made a lot of buzz, and the multinational saw it, and then we finally got one of the biggest telecoms companies in Cameroon to come support our project. And in terms of equipment, we realized that we had to buy the basic equipment, the balls, the nets, the consoles. But for major stuff that were bulky to transport and to manage, like canopies and chairs, we went out to rent those in the locations where we're having our tournaments. And for logistics reasons, we always make sure that they were found in places where transportation will not really be an issue. And useful hints and success factors of our tournament. We took our time to engage and collaborate with local stakeholders, especially our national federation and the local authorities, local government authorities, to get the right paperwork, to get the right authorization and the right cooperation to work with these different bodies, because National Basketball Federation had a hard time to understand the concept. And so we had the back and forth, and it took them a while, but we had to work with them every step of the way for them to understand what it entails, and that this is a discipline that only comes to add more value to whatever they have been doing. So this is very important to work with your local federations and local authorities for them to understand and to give you the right authorizations that you need to carry on these public manifestations. Managing teams was a big hassle for us. A lot of people, a lot of teams did not take the time to read the documents. And because they didn't read the documents, we had to do a lot of back and forth in terms of changing the quality of certain things because forms were not properly filled. So it is important to communicate, especially if you can, in your local languages for people to understand. We understand that WPC documents are in English, but if you have the means to explain to people in your local languages for them to understand properly before they start filling the documents, it makes it easier and it will make you to gain a lot of time, especially on the tournament day, because you have to go back and forth if you don't with paperwork, which is was a little bit confusing. And then you should be flexible enough. You should have teams on standby so that if some teams that have already qualified didn't show up, you'll be able to replace them with the teams that are on standby, which is also a lot of challenges that we faced with a lot of teams which could not make it due to logistics or financial reasons, and we had to change them last minute. Also, to add value to your events, what we did was we used local cultural groups, artists, just to bring in more animations so that it should not just stay a full-blown day of just watching basketball, but we had to bring in a little bit of diversity, cultural music, dances, artist performances, and we had refreshment times just to give it more life, and the DJs also had their own opportunity to play music and just to animate the crowd. And in terms of sponsorship and partnership, when we were writing out appeals to sponsors, our main objective in our letters was not to ask them for money, because they tend to get shy if the very first thing on your appeal is about money. But we rather ask them to give us the ability to use or leverage on what they already have. For example, the telecoms company, we were asking them to give us maybe bulk SMSs for us to use to communicate, internet services for us to use to broadcast and to live stream our events. And with that, when they see that what we're doing was serious, that's when they decided that they wanted to bring in some financial value. But we always try to bring in or ask for things that will help the project without necessarily asking for money. You can ask your sponsor that you need maybe the football pitch or the basketball court, they can acquire it for you. Maybe you need access to free media and communication, or for them to get in media to come and cover and stuff like that, which might be something that they already have in package deals. So this is what we did that worked for us. And today, the sponsors are the ones that are asking us if we need cash. But in the first case, we did not put cash at the front. And at the end of the day, after your event, you have to make sure that you project, and they can be able to continue to support you in the future. So this is what we managed to put together in the short time. I hope it would inspire some of you guys who still have to do your own tournaments. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Franklin, and congratulations. It is a very notable success story that we can all take advantage of this and learn from your experience and how you manage to introduce the concept, the sports, the phygital sports within high schools, within universities, within the conventional sports teams and players, and bring this very interesting sports within your country. I appreciate all the experience that you shared with us. Well, with further ado, I would like to open the Q&A session. Please, in order to have the clear context and where the question is coming from, I will ask you to state your name, the country, and the organization that you represent, so we can have the clear context and clear picture where the question is coming from. Please focus the questions on the relevant information that was shared here, and for other inquiries, we will give you the proper email to send another questions regarding another topics. So we're gonna, if you can raise your hand, we're gonna give the word in order for you to give your question. I have a raised hand from Juanica Nixie Kruger. Did I mention the name?
Afternoon. It is Janica Nixie Creer.
Janica. I'm sorry,
Yes.
I speak Spanish, so for me
It's
Juanica.
not a problem at all.
Thank you.
I'm from Namibia, and I'm representing NESA, the Namibian Esports Association. I just have a question regarding the marketing and photos, especially on the esports sector. A lot of our tournaments we conduct is online, so we don't necessarily always have person or people in our photos. We usually have evidence of the matches played, but to announce these, we tend to use their logo. Would that suffice, or is there a different way you would prefer us to announce these winners without having a photo of them?
Thank you, Janica. Maybe Alexander from our marketing department can help me answer that question.
Yeah, hi all. Hi, Janica. Thank you for your question. Obviously, it's always better to have photos, but unless you don't have an opportunity to take them, it would be okay to post the announcement without the photos. But for your information, we're going to share with you the content bank in the early of next year, so you will have an opportunity to take some photos made by us to promote your tournament.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alexander. Is there any raised hand? If not, I'm gonna check the chat if there's any question there. On the chat, I have a question from Juan Andrés Guzmán from Ecuador. His question is that they're talking with a television channel to be able to broadcast the games. Is there any special requirement to be able to do it and ensure there are no problems? Alexander, can you help me out with that?
Yeah, sure. I'll take this one. Hi, Juan. I think you need to work closely with the TV company you're inviting, and they will tell the exact things that they need, because I don't think there are any special requirements for every single television company that is covering sport tournaments. So you need to address these questions to the TV channel that is going to attend the tournament.
No, I think Alex, colleagues are asking about general permission to make the broadcasting of the entire process. So it means whether they would have any problems or not because of the broadcasting the game. This is like a publishing issue. Am I right, Juan, or not?
Yes, you're right. Thanks.
Okay. I think that we have to fix and transfer this question again to our publishers department, and they will come back to you with all the clarification, because they gave all this information on our separate seminar related to the publishers' issues, and you'd better discuss it with them directly. I think our colleagues will fix this question and transfer it to them, and they will come back.
Yeah, thanks for the help, Vlad.
Thank you, Vlad, for your interventions. I have a raised hand from Celine Cao. Celine?
Oh, hi. I'm Celine from Vietnam. I have two questions. The number one is the WPC ranking tournament will be published on February, right? So only after that time we will know if can participate for the Game of Future 25, or all the countries that send the report after the national qualifier and met the requirement of the organization WPC, I mean, will can participate. The reason I ask these questions because we are planning to publish our national qualifier regulations, and we will put the information that the championship or national qualifier will get the slots to the UAE or something like that. That is my first questions. The second question is I can see the slide to June is the new season launch of the Game of the Futures. So when is the final of the Game of Futures of 25?
Okay,
estimate the month. Yeah.
I'll take both questions on my side. So the first one, due to our regulations, we will finish all national tournaments, all major tournaments of this cycle by 31st of January. And we will take all the reporting documentation due to our regulations, and I hope that we will publish the summarized rating for this cycle by 10th, 15th of February. By our regulations, there are no guarantees to any teams or to any members to get directly to the Games of the Future, except first two places of summarized ranking. So when and while your tournaments would be ranked and you will receive the scores for this ranking and you will take your place, you would know whether you qualified directly to the Games of the Future or not. This would be in February. But all the participants of national tournaments, they would qualify for the international qualifier, which will take place in 2025 in UAE, preliminary on the testing events prior to the Games of the Future. We don't know exact dates of those qualifiers now, but I think that it would be somewhere like in summer or in early autumn. For the second question, I think we made a post and we already announced that we will host Games of the Future in UAE starting from 21st of November 2025. The news are on our website and in our social media.
Okay.
Thank you, Vlad. Celine, your response was clear.
Yeah. Understand. Thank you.
Thank you. I have a raised hand from Rodolfo Flores.
Hey, hello. Thank you for the webinar. I just have a follow-up question regarding the exactly this answer because I might have got it wrong, and I just want to be super clear about it. So after the ranking is published in the mid of February, if I understood correctly, every winner of the national tournaments that comply with all the regulations and submit all the documentation that's necessary, but so on and so forth, will have a spot at the international qualifier. I understand it's not guaranteed in Games of the Future because that follows another process, and that was explained right now. But if I understood correctly, at least for that international qualifier that could be in the summer or somewhere at the beginning of autumn, every champion would have a slot. Is my understanding correct?
No, from the very beginning of this cycle, we announced, and it's fixed in our regulations, that places from 3 to 26, it means that 24 teams would be qualified for the national qualification. As for now, for the period where we at now, we do not host 24 national tournaments. It means that all of the teams will receive the possibility to go for the international qualifier. As for now, we have in basketball and football more than 24 applications for national tournaments, but they did not host it yet. It's on the shoulders of you, of our members, whether they would be hosted or not. If we will host like 25 national tournaments and all of them would be rated, 2 of the teams will go directly to the Games of the Future. It means that 23 or like 24 will go to the qualifier. But if 50 tournaments would be hosted, it means that teams from 3 to 26 will go to the national qualifiers. The other ones will be waiting for another cycle. That's why we announced our rating based on different parameters, not only the sporting parameters. This was the additional motivation for the member to add social media activity, to invite star players and teams, to increase your tournament level, to promote Phygital right now, because we are a young substance. But again, right now we have less tournaments than announced the scale of international qualifier. We will see what will happening in the end of December, in January, and by the middle of February, you will definitely know who qualified for the international qualifier, who not, and how many tournaments did not squeeze in that slot.
Got it. Perfect. Yeah, my understanding by reading the ranking regulations was that, and I just was confused with the previous answer. But yeah, makes total sense. Thank you.
Thank you, Vlad. Thank you, Rodolfo. Celine, you raised your hand again.
Yes. I just heard that. So 24 teams from 3 to 26, right? So the top 3 teams have direct slot, as I understand. So I just
top two. First place of the ranking and the second one will go directly to the Games of the Future, missing the international qualifier. Correct. But so remember, if you will take a look in our ranking regulations, the countries who hosted minor stages, we have already 4 or 5 countries who did that in different disciplines. They definitely have more chances that their teams would qualify for those places. That's why we asked to have minors for all of our members to collect more points. So it means that definitely first and second place, if those tournaments and ecosystems would be rated by the committee in February, I think that they will take places. But again, you have an opportunity to have additional points, to increase your multiplier for the points by making a broadcasting, by making a branding, by inviting stars, but making everything due to our regulations. Right now, you are in this position that you can increase your level of tournaments, and maybe you would definitely take those first places and qualify directly.
Okay. So I understand that's top 2 and some condition for the additional points. But but my question is, Vietnam was a champion for the Phygital Basketball Invitational in Game of the Future 24. So is there any additional point or extra or something for the Vietnam team?
We definitely remember about our additional tournament in Kazan in 2024. We announced that we will give the slot for the winners of that tournament in football and basketball, and we promise that we will deal due to that. We will invite that team, but without any points. So we are not giving ranking points for like current stage, for the minor and major stage. On the tournament, on the international qualifier, they will get points due to our regulations.
Thank you, Vlad. Thank you, Celine. Another raise hand. Anybody that has another question. In the meantime, I would like to read a comment from Juan Andres Goodman regarding he's asking for some videos with the voiceover so they can adapt to their local language and they can have promotional content with the native language. So if you are asking for that, you can send an email to our marketing department asking for that content so you can have more videos, more templates so you can promote your major in your country. If there is no other question, then we'll close this Q&A session and we're going to finalize the workshop. Before we do that, I would like to remind our members that it is very crucial, it is important for your active participation in your countries on promoting phygital sports, in organizing your minors and organizing your majors as well, in order to secure your participation in Games of the Future for 2025 and 2026, and in order to secure your spot and membership for your countries. So without further ado, I would like to give the word to Nis for the final words. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Pablo, for that. So, colleagues and friends around the world, I think we can say that once again we have had a very good, solid, successful workshop. Thank you for all the good questions which I have thoroughly enjoyed sitting here listening to. Also the solid answers being given by our WPC team members. And to me, it really shows and enhances the strength in the community and the interest in building the community. So thank you very much again for that. Thank you for the enlightening, interesting presentation on success stories and true stories. I think we need more of that because this is where you learn a lot from what has been going on and what has actually been a success out there, and we share the successes, but certainly also sometimes, and we know that that's part of life where we hit a wall, and why not also share stories like this, because we might not try to hit the wall, all of us at the same time. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for participating in it. Thank you for the questions again. Don't forget, if you have additional questions, related to the topic or other topics, please write them at join@worldphygital.org. And also a warm thank you for putting this workshop together to the WPC team. Takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of time, so thank you very much for that. So with that said, I would like to extend my sincere greetings, and I wish you all happy and peaceful holiday season coming up anytime soon. And all the best to you out there in the big world, wherever you're sitting, to you personally, to your loved ones, to your families, and then we'll definitely meet again in 2025. So thank you very much for that, and all the best, and see you all soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thank you.
Guys, happy holidays.
A big hug.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy holidays.